Shoot. What the Popeyes? You didn't bring me no biscuit or something?
Girl.
You know we don't got one.
I've got my entire office because they're redoing.
It is 6:30, and we're calling to order the Elgin City Council meeting on March the 4th, 2025. We will begin with roll call, beginning with Councilmember Callahan.
Callahan here. Rodriguez here.
Frazier here.
McShane here.
Kasnovsky here.
Gibson here.
Swain here.
Love here.
And Councilmember Dennis is at work, and we'll need a motion to excuse him.
So moved, Mayor.
I'll second.
And we'll begin with Mayor Pro Tem Brazier.
Frazier, yes.
McShane, yes.
Kasnovsky, yes.
Gibson, yes.
Swain, yes.
Love, yes.
Callahan, yes. Rodriguez, yes.
We will have our invocation by Councilmember Rodriguez.
As we come together to carry out the important work before us, let us pause for a moment of reflection. We ask for wisdom and clarity in our decisions so that we may serve the people of Elgin with integrity and foresight. May we be guided by a sense of justice, compassion, and a shared commitment to the well-being of our community. Let's be mindful of the diverse voices that make up the city, ensuring that every decision we make considers the needs and hopes of all those we serve. Grant us patience in our deliberation, courage in the face of challenges, and humility to learn from one another. May we always seek unity in our differences and work together for the common good, remembering that our actions today will shape the future of Elgin for generations to come. As we move forward with open hearts and clear and open minds, may we be inspired to lead with fairness, kindness, and respect for all. Amen.
Amen. We'll stand for our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Next is our public comment. You can come and address the council, and you have 3 minutes. No formal action will be taken by the city council on items that are not posted on the agenda. Items requiring public hearing will allow members of the public an opportunity to speak during the public hearing. We don't have any public hearings, but we do have public comments. The first one is Terry St. Pierre. Did I say that right?
It's Tiffany St. Pierre.
I'm sorry, Tiffany.
Good evening, Mayor McShane, Mayor Pro Tem Bashar, Interim City Manager Turner, members of the City Council. My name is Tiffany St. Pierre, and I'm currently running for City Council for Ward 3 in the upcoming election in May. I am here to comment about an incident that happened in Eagles Landing this past weekend. Late Sunday morning, a call was placed to 911 regarding a backyard fire. Travis County firefighters arrived on scene expeditiously, but they were met with inoperable fire hydrants. While the call was placed to the city's water department, Travis County ESD 12 routed additional fire trucks with water tanks to the scene and had the situation under control before the water department arrived. In total, 10 houses were affected. Now, I'm not interested in pointing fingers at exactly who turned off the water, but I am here to ask the City Council, how do you plan to hold yourselves accountable for this incident? For years, we've expressed concerns over these developments, expressed concerns over lot sizes and building codes, concerns over poorly built homes with shoddy foundations made with cheap, flammable materials. We've even expressed our concerns for the events that transpired Sunday morning. Yet for years, you've dismissed our concerns. You labeled us peons on social media. Well, I'm here to remind you that we are not peons. We are your constituents. We are hardworking, tax-paying American families. For years, you've actively voted against our best interest, voted in favor of large houses on tiny lots, and never questioned the safety and quality of our building codes. You sold us out for one-time payments. By God's grace, the situation wasn't catastrophic, but it easily could have been. And what would you have done if it was? Offered affected families thoughts and prayers as they faced the unimaginable? Let this be a harsh reminder to the dangers that you have created for your constituents with the decisions that you have made. Your decisions have real consequences and affect the hardworking members of this community. Thank you for your time.
Grace Perez.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm the program coordinator for the Parks and Rec Department at the City of Elgin, and I just wanted to personally invite all of City Council, the mayor, and the interim city manager to our free spring break activities we have later in March. The first event we have will be Touch a Truck on Monday, March 17th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Elgin Memorial Park. This event is where you get to explore different vehicles, talk to different organizations, learn about them, and we will have a low sensory hour at the beginning of the event. The next event will be Return to Skate Night. This is the kickoff party for our skate night season. We're gonna have a skills competition, raffle, live music, and other things, and you should totally come on March 18th. And it's gonna be from 4 to 8 at the Elgin Recreation Center. And then the next event we have is Nature Night on Wednesday, March 19th. We're gonna have live animals, crafts, and other things that you can do at the event at the Elgin Recreation Center from 6 to 8 p.m. On Thursday, March 20th, we will have the debut of Night Sky Explorers. This is an event we're doing with the Girl Scouts of Central Texas, and we are gonna be crafting, fire safety, story time, and camp mindfulness. And so it's gonna be a really fun event, and we're gonna have s'mores. And then lastly, our grand finale will be our first ever community potluck on Friday, March 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. at Veterans Memorial Park. We'll have games, food, music, and more. And over the course of spring break, we'll have worked with over 34 different organizations. And I hope to see all of you there. Thank you.
Jay Howard.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Jay Howard, Texas Disposal Systems. Good to see you all. Just wanted to come by tonight to say hello. It's been a while since we've come by, but I know the city's contract for services is going to be up later this year, and we just wanted to reiterate our interest in being able to compete for the city's business. I think that there's a lot of value our company can provide for the city, and we look forward to the opportunity to show you that. So leading up to the RFP, I'd love the opportunity to have you all out to see our facilities and kind of see how we work and kind of see how some of the things we do that are different might be incorporated in what the city's looking for in the coming RFP. So anyway, good to see you all. Thank you again for your time this evening. Hope you have a wonderful one.
Thank you. We'll move on to our presentation. Proclamation designating April as Fair Housing Month. Do we have somebody to,
Pam, did you have someone that's, thank you.
Good evening, my name is Allison Land. I am your project manager for various grant projects with the City of Elgin. The Fair Housing Proclamation is one of your fair housing activities that support all of your federally funded grant projects. And so this is one of your kickoff proclamations and yearly fair housing activities that demonstrates the city's continued support of fair housing practices.
you going to give a Do we have someone in here other than, okay. All right, so let's say proclamation of April as Fair Housing Month, whereas Title 9 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 as amended prohibits, sorry y'all, discrimination in housing and declares it a national policy to provide within constitutional limits for fair housing in the United States. And whereas the principle of fair housing is not only national law and national policy, but a fundamental human concept and entitlement for all Americans. And whereas the National Fair Housing Law during the month of April provides an opportunity for all Americans to recognize that complete success in the goal of equal housing opportunity can only be accomplished with the help and cooperation of all Americans. Now therefore, I, Teresa McShann, Mayor of the City of Elgin, do proclaim April as Fair Housing Month in the City of Elgin, and do hereby urge all citizens of this locality to become aware of and support the Fair Housing Law. In official recognition whereof, I have hereto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Elgin to be affixed the 4th day of March 2025. City Manager's report.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, we have 4 items here. One is the quarterly report from the Board of Adjustments. The second one is the Building Standards Commission quarterly report. And Ms. Standiford is going to chat with you about item number 3, the strategic planning schedule.
Hi, everyone. So we have been attempting to get a date where you are all available for the strategic planning session, and you have a little half sheet at your station where it has all of the circled, that paper. What I'm asking is there any way that we could make any adjustments so that we could all be present at one meeting?
Just as,
Well, we did great. So I have 6 to 7 of you for the 8th. I have 6 to 7 for the 29th. Is there any way I could get a full 9?
So the 8th is the Saturday?
This Saturday, ma'am. Yes.
I'm happy to adjust. I would need to leave by 2:30
Okay.
to go to a wedding.
But you're on the 29th. Can we get Chuck and Al and Arthur to do the 29th?
What time are we looking at on Saturday?
No,
We're talking
not
about
this
the
weekend. We're talking about the 29th. This,
I'll see if I can make it, but I can't make any.
What
promises.
time are we thinking on the 29th?
it says from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
I have the Jericho one for Elgin Cares. It starts at 10.
If we could get you for
I'll
a
get back
majority
with
of the time?
It's for what time?
9 to 4.
9 to 4, yes.
we can, if it works, we would deeply appreciate it if whatever day you decide, we could at least get the full council for 2/3 of the time. I recognize this is very hard because you're very busy and there's 9 of you. So we could finish it out with the conversations with staff, which is what I believe is going to happen. That will probably be the last 2 hours of the session.
I'll get back with you.
I can be there at noon on the 29th.
You can be there at noon? Start at noon? I can, it looks like it's going to be the 29th, and so, Councilmember Swain, I'll look forward to hearing from you definitively. And
Let me verify.
yes, sir. Otherwise, we'll look at the 29th, starting at 9 o'clock.
Somebody's got to talk to my wife, not gonna be me.
I will.
Sue volunteers as tribute. That
I
is
have
great.
no problem. We gotta get this done, so.
Ooh, she's gonna have me alive.
I'm sorry, it's still on me. Madam Mayor, members of the council, I was taking notes. Madam Mayor, members of the council, I'd like to introduce you to our new Community Services Acting Director, Ms. Stacy Osborne.
You don't have to applaud. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Isaac, do you want to, how would you like me to proceed? Or Mayor, how would you like?
You're the communications person. I shouldn't even have to say, no, just briefly introduce yourself and
Great,
tell what you've been doing for the last couple of weeks in like a sentence or two.
wonderful. Well, I'm really happy to be here tonight. Thank you so much for letting me be here and for giving me this opportunity to serve the city of Elgin in a acting position. I have been in communications most of my life. I started in advertising in a busy advertising agency in El Paso, Texas. And then I've gone on to serve in various industries, including public radio. I worked in economic development for several years for the city of LaPorte. And I've done a lot of independent work with various cities throughout the city, or throughout the state of Texas. Most recently with the city of Taylor, where I served as their acting PIO for several years. For about 6 years I was there, and that's where I met Isaac, actually, when he was at the city of Taylor. I've also worked for the Boeing Company. I was a communication strategist for them, working with all of their different business units. The thing I really enjoy the most is working with mission-driven organizations to help them with their big picture strategies for communications and make sure that everybody's aligned with the same messaging, so you all are on the same page and everybody knows what everybody else is saying, so we don't confuse people. And that's especially important in a city. When you have residents, you have the media, you have your constituents, and then you have each other and the staff. Everyone kind of needs to be on the same page whenever there's an incident, whenever there's something going on in the city. It's important that we have our messaging straight. So I'm really happy to be here to work with you. I've had a delightful time getting to know the Community Services Department over the last several years, or last several weeks, excuse me. I've really gotten to know them, and I'm looking forward to working with them, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
You ready?
I think so. We'll see. But I'm always available if you need anything, if you have if you need talking points, if you need help with messaging, if something's not clear and you need some help clarifying, please let me know. You're always welcome to reach out to me.
We're glad you're here.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, next we have our consent agenda, and if you will look through that and let me know if there's anything that you need to pull, or we go for to make a motion to accept all of those. Is there anything we need to pull to discuss? It's been moved in second. Oh, did you have something, Chuck?
No.
Oh, you're good, okay. It's been moved in second by Arthur, and we will begin with Councilmember Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, yes.
Frazier, yes?
McShane, yes?
Kaznowski, yes.
Gibson, yes.
Swain, yes?
Love, yes.
Elgin, yes.
You want to announcements?
We missed
Oh,
new
did I
business.
skip?
Yeah, I was,
Y'all know
you
I'm
were
the-
ready. I was like, new business. You were ready. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Did I may have, what did I do? Okay. All right, new business, appointment for 2 representatives on the Charter Review Committee. That's our first thing. And then we'll go over the charge. Do we have a motion to?
Oh, the two, we're just The two people?
Uh-huh,
Oh, yeah, I make a motion we approve.
okay.
And I'll second it.
All right, it's been moved in second. We'll begin with Councilmember Love.
Love, yes.
Elgin, yes. Rodriguez, yes.
Frazier, yes.
McShane, yes?
Kaznowski, yes.
Gibson, yes.
Swain, yes.
All right, motion carries. The next thing is the charge. Mark?
All right, good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager. Okay, so you have, I believe, in front of you a resolution that would be the charge. It has an exhibit which contains some of the items, specific items council members brought forth, along with some of the recommendations from Mr. Zach when he did his legal review. But essentially, this resolution charges the committee with doing a full review, both legal and policy review of the charter. And it also instructs them to, consider that these are not things the council has approved. These are items some council members would like them to look at specifically. And then they would come back to you with a full report that then you would be able to consider and decide if you want to put all or parts of their recommendations to the city for a vote or amendments. So, any questions I can answer regarding the charter questions, overall or with the specific resolution, I'm happy to answer those.
Should we put a timeline for the report?
I don't believe we have a timeline on that. They will work with Mr. Zek. They understand that this is, shooting for a November election, and so he will instruct them of their time to make sure that you have plenty of time to consider the report and get that onto the ballot.
But it's not necessary to put in here?
I don't think so. I mean, they understand that we can add that if you'd like us to. We can put something on there. We'd have to kind of back the dates up and put a specific deadline, but they understand they're working with the direction of moving it toward a November election. But that's something we can add as well. No problem.
Well, it doesn't have to be a specific date. I mean, you could say with the expectation that it'd be ready for the November.
Right,
election.
right. So we could just add something to that effect.
I think it would be nice just for
Sure.
clarity's sake.
So
Can we maybe, just so we don't have to bring it back?
if you want to vote on the resolution with that change, and then I'll make the change and get it to the mayor for
Yeah.
signature after the
Yeah,
meeting.
I'll make the motion to approve with that change.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved in second. We'll begin with Councilmember Kaznowski.
Kaznowski, yes?
Gibson, yes.
Swain, yes.
Love, yes.
Elgin, yes. Rodriguez, yes.
Frazier, yes.
McShane, yes. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next one's number 3, authorizing the acquisition of certain property interests by agreement of eminent domain. Mr. Perry.
So before council, you guys have a resolution that was drafted up by the city's attorneys for eminent domain for two pieces of property, and this would be in relation to an extension of city sewer infrastructure in order to service the CCN territory. And I am here to answer any questions you may have specifically on this.
Have we been in negotiations with them? And
Yes.
this is why it's going toward?
But at this point in time, multiple negotiations, 2 offers have been made. First offer, unrespondent, and then a final offer. They were based on a original appraisal, and then the city did a new appraisal at the city's cost of the tracts of land, and the offer was made just above that appraised value for this. This would be for a permanent easement and a temporary construction easement. This is not right away like what we talked about for County Line Road. The city would not own the property. The property would remain with the property owners, but this would be for the right for the city to put in sewer infrastructure. Many of you who have been up there, this is in reference, this project has been on the books for a long time. It's an extension of the Elm Creek sewer project to service that part of town.
Have they responded?
They have their own legal that has been going back and forth with the city's legal, but there has not been a counter, an official counter or any negotiations. And as y'all are familiar, as we dealt with County Line Road, there's a very standard process with timelines to essentially hit in order to move down this process. We will continue to negotiate all the way up until it actually is, but this will allow council to move forward with assigning it to the judge to actually go through with that process. But we will continue to be in negotiations all the way up into that time if they decide and there is something to bring back to council to formally vote on for that.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay.
I move that the City Council of the City of Elgin, Texas, authorize the use of the power of eminent domain to acquire the properties as particularly described in the resolution under consideration for the construction and operation of the project described therein, specifically wastewater facilities under and across those properties in Bastrop County, Texas. My motion includes approval of the proposed resolution and intends that the record vote on this matter applies to all units of property to be condemned.
Have a second? Mr. Swain?
Knowing that we're gonna move forward and continue doing what we're doing, second this.
Okay. We'll begin with Mayor Pro Tem Brazier.
Brazier, yes.
McShane, yes.
Kaznowski, yes.
Gibson, yes.
Swain, yes.
Love, no.
Can you state why you didn't know, please, for the record?
The way I feel about eminent domain, I've had this conversation earlier,
Okay,
so.
okay. Just so it's on the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
Announcements, well, we've already done spring break.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I don't think we have any.
Okay,
That was it.
that was it. Okay. And we're going to executive session.
You have my sheet.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I wrote all.
Wait, here she comes.
Oh, here we go. You got there so quick you didn't know?
Really, I was prepared for another hour, and also Grace already did this, and I think she did it way better than me, but
Don't
Elgin
feel
Parks,
obligated.
well, I'm here now. So Elgin Parks and Recreation is hosting spring break. It is amazing. We host 5 events in 5 days. It is a true feat. We see thousands of residents come and attend, and I really would love to see all of you. I know I see about half of you there at mixed events, but this year we have really focused on making sure that things are accessible and approachable, and so we are introducing things like Quiet Hour at Touch a Truck, Camp Mindfulness at our S'mores event, and the Community Potluck, which I hope everyone attends, is just that. It's a community potluck. So we are encouraging everyone to bring a dish that they are willing to share with the community, and it's all about getting to know your neighbors. A bunch of downtown businesses are already committing to bring dishes, and so I hope you guys as individuals will too. So, excellent. And please look at our giant calendar that you have in your packet. This is lovingly put together by my new Recreation Center coordinator for you all, but she's very proud of all the amazing things that happen in our facility, and I would just like to highlight that. So, thank you all.
Good job, thank you.
Probably also mention the Wildcat Showcase, which is on the 13th. That is a collaboration between Elgin Parks and Rec, Elgin IT, the City of Elgin, and Fit Shop and Stroll next Thursday. The district will be having multiple booths and performances by fine artists, whether it's band or choir or athletics, including performing garlands. And then obviously presentations by students showing off their work, whether it be robotics or hopefully it'll drive some business towards Sip Shop and some business the other way.
Yeah, what was the time of that?
I believe that everything starts at 5:30.
Anybody else? It is. Oh, okay. It is 7 o'clock, and we are adjourning our regular meeting and going into executive session. And we are going back into our regular session, and it's section 551.074 Texas Government Code to discuss interim city manager assignments and duties, and there was no action taken. I do want to say publicly, though, that we appreciate everything that Mr. Turner is doing, and that he is doing a wonderful job. And we appreciate his insight and his ability to lead us forward as we move forward.
Thank you.
And getting our agenda a day early is much helpful.
The agenda is very helpful.
Yes.
I just want to thank staff for working on that to make sure that that got on Thursday. And Peyton has been cracking the whip, I guess, or something. I don't know what's going on, but I really appreciate staff working to get that materials out. And that will be our new date, to get it out on Thursday, to try to help you all have a bit more time to go through the agenda materials.
And on the line of announcements, Thursday, March the 27th, Elgin will be hosting our TML quarterly meeting. And so when you see all these other people around town, that's why, because we hope they're gonna come in and bombard us and come see our wonderful town and enjoy an evening of meeting and eating at Firewall. So if you see those extra people, be nice, say hi, like we always do, show them our Elgin hospitality. Okay. Anything else? It's 7:42 and we are adjourned.
I will be there, but